Someone wants to transform you and then your whole family. Transforming. By forming a trance around you. Be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. And you are being renewed, made anew, made into something new, step by step, inch by inch, mind by mind and heart by heart. And it's interesting, although this attack or aim, conspiracy, plot targets everyone, there seems to be a special focus on my community and on the young men from my community. In 41 years in Detroit, Michigan, kicking it, I've never ever seen the things that I'm seeing today. I've never seen the young men accept the things that are being pushed upon them today. And as part of this transformation agenda to form you into something new, unhuman, neither male or female, without knowing what a goon, a thug, or a diva really means. We embrace the ideas behind these things. And those ideas are nothing nice. They're made to cause us to think twice, to create within our minds a double nature, a double identity, duality. Project Janus, the key to possession and mind control. The devilish brains that pick out names for you have always had a plot and a plan to give you names and titles that you scarcely overstand. But the more I look, the more I find that these new names and ways to define yourself ain't new at all. They really go back, way back into time. And the fallen one has an ancient hatred for those who resemble the ancient prophets of old. To make a recreation of the creation, a recreation, the recreation is the devil's goal. Since Genesis 6, they've been putting tricks in the mix, trying to come up with a new hybrid, something soulless, genderless, and mindless. And they are using our youth to do this, paying them. But what profited a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? The elder brothers who should be and would be mentors to the young men in any normal situation and circumstance have had their own hands tied and their minds tied too. Oftentimes, they've been victims of mind control. And of course, the abused can often become the best abuser. Though some people joke around and play around with this thing, it still ain't no game. It's a serious thing. Once you have taken out the man, according to Sun Tzu in The Art of War, you are able then to have your way with a culture. You take out the men, then you can overtake the women, and you can raise up the children in the new way that you want them to go. And per the usual, they will use aspects of music, fashion, in order to indoctrinate the young people into this way that appears to be new, However, it's really old. Ancient, in fact. And it's all about taking you back. Taking you back to a state of mind that you were once in the early dynasties. The beginning of time. Taking you back to the ways of thugs, nagas, divas, goons, and for some even coons. Have mercy. But before pop culture helped to reintroduce these names to us, especially through the use of a music that was once used to help educate me at one time, we've taken on the characteristics that were once attached to these names. That's right. It's been a long-term goal to take you back to the days of bondage by magic, to take you back into the characteristics and ways that will tax your very soul. Civilizations around the world and on every single continent were visited and inhabited by the ancient dark-skinned races with brown faces, no matter where you look. However, what we really have to take note of is they're gods. The fallen who masqueraded as gods, of course, they came to the very first civilizations and they kicked it with the first kings. We've talked about those things. But whether we're talking about India, Egypt, or South America, you will find this imprint of both the original people and the original deceivers who wanted to turn them into something other than people. And they still have this agenda today. They do it a number of ways. And the goal, of course, is to transform you into another being. And in order to establish this new Babylon in a way like the old Babylon was established, lots of portals have to be opened, rituals have to be done, and minds and hearts have to be changed, men and women. As a woman goes, so goes the nation. Because of course it is the woman who raises the children, who influences them the most, and who will have the most effect on the culture in the future. It is also the women who have the most effect on the man. So they are encouraged to be bound by the ways of a diva, just as the males are encouraged to be bound by the ways of nagas. The names change, but the game's the same. These are all names for demon spirits, oftentimes reptilian in nature. Throwing back your mind into the time of the serpent, keeping you in bondage to an ancient way by telling you that this is your history, your ancestry. You should embrace it. But the joke's on you, Jack. The secret societies know exactly what they're doing with this attack, with this ramping up of pride and denial. They're giving you a blind side and opening up your mind, creating separate identities in your mind where these ancient deities can rest and reside, these ancient enchanting amphibious reptilian demon spirits who use sex magic, enchantment, and mind control, and always have. And they make the secret societies that keep them relevant use these same tactics on you today, just as they did when they came down in the beginning, the original way. Someone wants to transform you and then your whole family. Transforming. By forming a trance around you, be ye transformed by the renewing of the mind. And you are being renewed, made anew, made into something new, step by step, inch by inch, mind by mind, and heart by heart. And it's interesting, although this attack or aim, conspiracy, plot targets everyone, there seems to be a special focus on my community and on the young men from my community. In 41 years in Detroit, Michigan, kicking it, I've never ever seen the things that I'm seeing today. I've never seen the young men accept the things that are being pushed upon them today. And it's part of this transformation agenda to form you into something new, unhuman, neither male or female. Without knowing what a goon, a thug, or a diva really means, we embrace the ideas behind these things. And those ideas are nothing nice. They're made to cause us to think twice, to create within our minds a double nature, a double identity, duality, Project Janus, the key to possession and mind control. The devilish brains that pick out names for you have a mental step-by-step plan. Men should not wear what women wear. But see, now the excuse can be made. And this is all part of removing gender, which is, again, a huge part of the alchemy that the Brotherhood ascribed to, changing you into the new man. Not simply base metals to gold, but turning you into something new. So you do what you was told. It's the devil's way. Lord Infamous to tell you, start you off seemingly to help you, a boost to your career, or give you some powers, some magic, some influence with people in order to help you get ahead, what you think is getting ahead. And then of course you get bopped in the head, have mercy, and left for dead, used and abused, served like hell. And gradually, in time, after you lose your sense of self and your mind, you'll leave your soul behind. And you'll be one of the blind, put out here to lead the blind. See the signs, make no mistake, for these last days and times, that's the plot that's designed. And you can see it exemplified through Hollywood's primitive programming, or foreshadowing of events to come, where they showed you how they expected for brothers and sisters to look in the future. In a lot of different films. And this is where the fashion industry comes in. The Hollywood branch and the fashion industry's branch of the tree planted by the adversary are both used in order to shape your views, shape the clothes that you wear, the styles that you choose. From your hat to your shoes, you've been bamboozled by gays and sometimes Revelation 2:9 Jews who run the fashion industry. And in order to put out the agenda of the all-seeing eye, even in the clothes that we wear, they have invited in these producers, these musicians who have a special talent for hypnotizing the minds of the young and can keep secrets. And they let them into the brotherhood, and then even will allow them into certain branches of the adversary's tree of knowledge, only so that they can help to bear the fruit of the evil one, even through our fashions and our styles. And they've been planning this for quite a while. And if you notice, both Puffy and Yeezy are pictured with the same cat. You can't keep that under your hat. Who would have thought that they would allow for our brothers and sisters to receive awards, fame, some degree of fortune, only so they could be images for us to portray, for us to look up to and portray, so that one day when they were going to introduce this totally satanic and demonic way, they would incrementally have our stars and the fashions that they wear and the things that they say be the catalysts to bring young people into that same demonic way. Yes, the original plot of the fallen, to change mankind, to destroy the Creator's creation, to mar it, to change it around, to do a new thing with it, to make a new invention. Since you are transformed by the renewing of your mind, mind control is key. And oftentimes athletes and stars that we see are merely Manchurian candidate level mind control operatives for the alphabet boys, oftentimes sent on missions. The control of Candy Jones, famous story about a mind control victim, Candy Jones, who was married to Long John Neville, talk show host, handler, says that she was used for such a thing. Hollywood has always been a key tool to disseminate government propaganda, and it's been this way for a long time, and they've been planning for a long time to change us into something strange. You see it exemplified. To look futuristic, according to the films, is to have a blend of gender, a gender bender type of fashion. Have mercy. Or to be some type of weirdo, to have some sort of deficiency or handicap, to have something wrong with you in the future. This is the depiction of you in the future. You'll either be dressed weird with your mind blown, or you won't be yourself. You will have taken on new characteristics. You will become something that the ancient enemy of the original man has always wanted you to become. They wanted to share in your genetics. And although sometimes they would allow for the depictions of us in outer space to maybe not look so gruesome, if you consider the characters and the character of the characters, or the juxtaposition of that character to the other characters, and sometimes even the way that that character's life plays out, you get a good idea that there was an agenda that didn't see you in a good place in the future, my brother. And you can see it right now from the things that they present in the present, my brother. When Dre and Pac did the California Love video, I was disappointed. I didn't understand some of the things that I may understand now. But I realized that they were doing a post-apocalyptic parody. of Mad Max, the Road Warrior, which was a vision of things in the future, post-apocalyptic, meaning after the apocalypse. And if you notice, you see that same strange way of dress. If you look back at the Road Warrior, you look back at certain films that depicted the future, even RoboCop, look at the way that the brothers and sisters are dressed. Look at their hairstyles. The mohawk was a big thing in those movies. Prior to that, the only time you saw the mohawk was maybe on a wrestler or Mr. T. Yeah. However, the powers that be had a foresight. Okay? Call it primitive programming. Call it foreshadowing. What it is a plan. They had a plan for you, man. They knew how to gradually cause the old things to renew. And we who shape and watch pop culture the most could be coaxed to become the most demonic host in time.
Jesus said time would heal all wounds. Time. But we have to live right to get this time.
An attack of the weirdos, indeed, the weirdos, the goons, these strange things that they've changed people into. What has bewitched them? What has made being weird, strange, deranged, possessed, cool? What does it have to do with dope? The harm of pharma, Parma, Hermes, Mercury, the original purveyor of poison, slinging that dope as a catalyst to open up gateways in your mind and in your heart. But the mind is where everything starts. And they try to take over your mind with drugs of a strange and extraterrestrial kind, creating a zombie apocalypse by biological chemical warfare and a night of the living baseheads. Indeed. Watch the clock, because the plan for your future is being revealed in time, right before your very eyes, to turn you into another kind, by first overtaking and transforming your mind. You'll be newly designed. You won't be fully male, female, and you are to be cut off from any aspect of your godly heritage and identify with the things that the demons that did lie and come down and play the role of gods to our people wanted for us. This is what they wanted for us. Yes, there's always been images that they projected throughout the media, and gradually those images changed. Fly is a word for a woman. Fly, girl. We began to accept, slowly and incrementally, stranger and stranger dress, stranger and stranger ways. All, of course, with the ever-present excuse of, hey, that's what time it is today. It's the new way. Nothing is new under the sun. Everything that they do now has already been done. And step by step, one by one, they'll plot to turn you into something that you're not. It's begun. Please be on my side. Please be on my side. Just a few more days, yes, I'll change my ways. And if you're a soldier, be clear about your place in the war, who you're fighting against, and who you're fighting for. That's right. It's bigger than hip-hop. It's bigger than white supremacy. This is a spiritual battle, believe it or not. Evil and good. That's right. And get on the side that you should. Stop copycatting. Little do you know, some of the very things that you do that you think is making a soldier out of you is making you anything but true. Really and truly, you're doing what the brotherhoods do. Have mercy.
Just multiply colors. 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 You don't know me, fool. You disown me, cool. I don't need your assistance, social.
A word well said can generate 1,000 pictures. And a picture, of course, is worth 1,000 words. So let these pictures speak as we look at the origins of Paisley. It comes from the Mughal dynasties of India, the pagan dynasty. It's where we get the word Mughal from. And the very shape of Paisley, which is described as being like that of a comma, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, is related to the swirling of spirits. There it is, the original Paisley. Look at it. That's the issue in your tissue. Demon spirits embedded in your clothing. And you wonder why there's so much fear, violence, and loathing.
My pants are sagging, braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. But my true mission is just revenge. You ain't my set, you ain't my friend. Wear the wrong color, your life could end. Homicide's my favorite binge. Color.
Okay, color. Color. Down by the side of the road, asshole. You moving. He's back up, he's got a gun.
So I'll just walk like a giant, police defiant. You'll say to stop, but I'll say that I can't. My gang's my family, it's all that I have. I'm a star on the walls, my autograph. You don't like it, so you know where you can go. Plus the streets are my stage, and terror's my show. Psychoanalyze, try, diagnose me why. It wasn't your brother to brutally die, but it was mine, so let me define. My territory, don't cross the line. Don't try to act crazy, cause that shit don't faze me. If you ran like a punk, it wouldn't amaze me, cause my color's death. Though we all want peace, but our war won't end till all wars cease.
Well, dig the skull and bones. Would you look at this? One of the most famous and infamous wannabe G's who took his name from a guy who had real street fame, if you want to call it that, and who doesn't care that he's fake or fat. Constantly getting hold is Rick Ross, always making allusions to God and his connection to Masonry. He was even confronted in a famous video on YouTube by the GDs, the Gangster Disciples, who were Masons, and said that Ross was false+flag. We know that Ross is false. However, do you know that that's what he wants you to be too? Yeah, that's right. He's an alphabet boy player.
As I look around, we the only niggas with that A1 Perico. I'm smoking dope, I'm on my cell phone. I'm selling dope, straight off the iPhone. He want a quote, he talking 9 zones. He bought 4, I front him 5 more. 9 piece, straight 8 balls. MJG, bitch, I got 8 balls. I'm selling good, baby.
Okay.
Boss. I done took over the game, nigga. Hopping out the Bugatti with my bellies on. No underwear, nigga. My jeans tight fitted too, nigga. Jay-Z, what up, nigga? Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
feels that time is in the air. Common blood flows through common veins, and the common eyes all see the same. Now, more than ever, all the family must be together.
Peace go with your brother.
So stay aware as to not get lost and tossed in the sauce and double-crossed, because they're playing both ends against the middle, believe it. And don't just keep it up under your hat. Spread it around. Talk to your family, especially your sisters and your brothers. Remember your daughters and your mothers. And watch out for signs and symbols of the boule.
You my lawyer, you my doctor, yeah, but somehow you forgot about me. And now when I see you, all I can say is peace. Peace go with your brother.
Rest in peace, Lord Infamous. Rest in peace.
Last time I interviewed you, was for your album, the solo album. But since then, man, you had a near-death experience, man. You care to share that with your fans? Yeah, I'm glad to share it with you. I take this out. You ain't got your mind right, your soul right. I suggest your ass somewhere down and don't be cute. Because hell is real. It's a real fucking place. I know I've been to that motherfucker. And it ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a praying motherfucker. The 40 seconds I was dead. I was down in hell, man. I was getting tortured, man. My body turned to a metallic element, man. And I clearly took it. And my flesh, man, these coils was hooked up to this flame. The coils would heat up, and my body turned red hot. Man, my body would actually turn like a sword in fire when you make it a sword and the gears and things they turn to feel red hot. That's how my body was going. And they would heat me up, of course, and they'll raise me up, way up into space. They would slam my body back down to the hell, and they would heat me up, man. We did that over and over, man. And I could feel every bit of it. I was legally dead, and I could feel every bit of it. And how they come to be is, I took 300 micromilligrams of Serodol. This was a drug 8 times stronger than Neurotic. I had enough of me to fertilize the elephant. I had enough of me to kill some elephant. And somehow, some higher power, so many people against religion these days, I'm not going to say God, but I just said it. But God pulled me out of that, man. But I was dead, man. I was in hell getting tortured, man, and that 40 seconds felt like days. I'm saying. And I had a heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, and liver damage at the same time. I died. Damn. And I mean, obviously, you're back in the studio and everything. So that was just my worst experience. I mean, I died 3 times before that. You know what I'm saying? From overdoses. You know what I'm saying? And now you say overdoses, man. What's your drug of choice? My drug of choice is powder cocaine. Powder cocaine. And how long you been doing that, Lord? Prescription drugs. Man, I've been doing drugs, man, since I was 9 years old. Since you were 9 years old. And have you ever successfully kicked it? I'm sure you've been battling your whole life. How long have you been off of it? What was the longest you've been off of it? I've been drug free since I've been an adult, man. Was like, shit, maybe 2 weeks, a month, maybe. Well, a month when I was in rehab, but when on the street, man, maybe a month. Damn. My whole life, yeah. Fucked up, man, I know. But any listeners out there, man, that shit ain't cool. You don't want to play with that fire. You don't want to live your life. There's no way to live your life. That shit ain't cool. Just because you hear me talk about it in my song, don't do that shit, man. Because drugs are no joke. It's not cool. It doesn't make your life any better. It doesn't take your problems away. You feel good for a little while you high. But when you die, you're miserable. then even when you stop using the drugs, a lot of people don't know your addiction still grows, because your addiction is it's like a gremlin, man. I'm saying, even when you don't eat it, you're stronger it gets. I'm saying, like, you're doing a gram of cocaine, if you're doing it and you stop, if you wait 10 years, the habit is still gonna grow inside you. So when you stop for a year, your last time was on the gram, you start back, you're gonna be doing like, I'm saying, ball. I'm saying it grows inside you. So addiction never stops. So if you do it, you stop, you can't ever touch it again. The only way out of it is to never touch it again. Because as long as you do it, whether you're doing it or not, I'm saying, the addiction never stops. So the best thing to do is stop and never do it again, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to commend you for telling the people that, man, because there's a lot of people going through the same thing.
I have time, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel anything you do, if you gotta hide it, if you're ashamed of it, you don't need to be doing it. Because you know, if you're ashamed of it, you don't need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hide what I do. I'm not gonna think like sloth, like a lot of these guys like, I'm a good school, I'm a saint. You know what I'm saying? I'm some kind of choir boy, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm man enough to let motherfuckers know that shit ain't cool, they ain't straight. It doesn't make your life better, it don't make you better. Like, when I started, it's like this here, man. First, it's you and the drugs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like a team, you know what I'm saying? You feel good and you see your things feel like making you whatever you do better. Then it becomes like the drugs and you become, you need the drugs to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel right doing what you do without the drugs. Then it gets to the point where it's like the drug takes over. It's like drugs becomes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, without the drugs, you're not yourself. You can't function without it. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know what I'm saying, it's not you at all, it's only the drugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll make you lose everything you love. It'll make you lose, man, your friends, it'll make you lose your family, it'll make you lose your possessions. Fuck possessions, but, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The materialistic things are everything in the world, but you don't want to get to the point where you don't even have your own soul no more. Because drugs will take your soul, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you ain't got your soul, you ain't got shit, man. So to anybody who's hearing my voice out there, fuck with me, that little extra, and don't fuck your life up with no drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because I do it and I rap about it, you know what I'm saying? That don't make you cool, man. I don't wish this shit on my worst enemy, man. Then again, I do. But matter of fact, I wish this was my enemy. But drugs make the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Have you a drink every now and then, man. Smoke you a joint, or blunt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you could, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might take a bump every blue moon, or you kill something, but don't, the heavy shit, man, leave that shit alone, man. Drugs are to be done, like, sociably. They're not to be done, you're not supposed to be locked in a room with jets and drugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, hey, man, again, I commend you for that, man. I hope and pray, Lord, that you know what I'm saying, all your demons you're able to conquer them, man, because we want you around here another 25 years making this music.
And I want to hear y'all another 25 years. You know, I was thinking y'all for 50 years, man. So keep me, man. It's a day struggle, but I'm still in the fight, man. I'm still in the fight. Don't get it. You know, I'm in the fight every day, man.
The adversary never loses focus of you or your family. Remember that. Be sure you are more focused on your family's collective minds, hearts, and souls than you are on achieving your worldly status or goals. The end of part 1.
Most of all,